Yeah, also, I got super hassled on the train, like the underground rail thing. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but there was this dude who got on with a bunch of his friends, and I was like sitting down. I got in before him, and I sat down, and he came in with a bunch of his friends, and he was holding a beer. And he looked at me and he said, "Oh, you're gonna take a seat from a disabled man?" And I looked around and I looked him up and down. And I straight up, I said, "Oh, what's your disability?" And he looked at me and paused for a while and he said, "I have cerebral palsy." And I didn't want to say, "No, you don't." So what I said was, "Well, maybe your friend can hold you then. Because I don't think you should be stealing a seat from a lady." I don't know. Why would... I just don't understand why the first thing you would think to say is, "Oh, I have cerebral palsy," when I can clearly see you standing and holding a beer and being a nuisance on the train. I just don't understand. I don't understand. Like... And so... Okay. It was just really confusing. So they like started like talking to me and asking me shit. I was getting a little annoyed because it was obvious that it was because they were really drunk and being rude. And his friends started like, I don't know, fucking freaking out. And they started like playfully pushing each other, and one of them knocked into him and he spilled his fucking beer all over. He dropped it and spilled his beer all over the floor and on my shoes. And I was like curious. I was like, is it legal to drink in the train or something? Because to be honest with you, there were a lot of people who were just like openly drinking, like open container. Like everywhere. And it's not because it's legal or because it's allowed. It's because they don't give a shit. Because like I looked, like there's a sign right on, like by the door on the train. It says no drinking. Straight up no drinking. I was very surprised. Yeah, it's like jaywalking. It seems to be the case. This doesn't really matter because everybody does this in the US too, but everyone jaywalks there. Literally everyone. You can't get away from it. But yeah, that was a really strange interaction I had.